Hi there, are you ready? Let's get into a mat Pilates class designed to just make you feel amazing. We've got a little bit of strength in here using dumbbells if you wish to use them, and that is going to add a new level of intensity to your workout if you choose to use them. Otherwise, just do the workout, no props required, just you, bring your energy, and let's go. We are going to start with a standing roll down. So we're going to start with your feet hip width distance apart and take a big inhale and reach overhead, reaching tall through the sides of the waist, and then bring your arms down by the side of the body, shoulders down. Take an inhale here, and then on the exhale, tuck your chin, scoop into the belly, and peeling away from an imaginary wall behind you. You're just going to hold it heavy at the bottom and take a breath in. Let your head dangle heavy. On the exhale, push your floor away with your feet, scoop into the belly and rounding up. We're going to go ahead and take another big breath in at the top. Reach, lengthen through the waist. Bring your arms back down by the side of the body. Hold it there. Take an inhale. And then exhale, scooping, tucking, and folding, peeling away from your imaginary wall. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the floor away with the feet. Scoop into that belly and round up. One more time here. We roll up, we reach it up, and we bring it back down. Tuck that chin just slightly. Let your head and your arms just begin to hang nice and heavy. At the bottom, take an inhale. Exhale, push the floor away with the feet. Scoop into that belly and rounding up. Bring your shoulders back and down. We're just going to march up and down through our feet now, warming up through your feet, through your ankles, and just getting a little bit of lymph fluid flowing through your body, especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning. Okay, I also like to just roll in and out so you're warming up that ankle in those directions that you may need to use in the class. Okay, so we're just going to then stand with your feet hip width apart from here. And we're going to come down into a nice deep squat. Reach the arms out, pull the shoulders back, and then rise up. So we take an inhale and we reach the arms forward, sit the butt back, and then push the floor away to rise up. So let's inhale, take it down, and exhale, rise up. As you do this, I want you to imagine that you've just got a stick in between your knees and you're not letting that stick fall away. Just keeping it the same distance apart through the knees, just for a few more here. And inhale down, exhale, rise one more, holding it down here, rising just slightly and hold, and then take it down again. Rise slightly and hold, and down, and slightly and hold, and down. We have 5 more here. 5, and lower. 4, and lower. 3, and down. 2, and down. 1, and hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rise up all the way. We're just going to take those feet a little bit wider now. I'm going to come into these Cossack squats now, so we go side to side and breathe. So just starting to warm up a little bit now with that breath, heart rate climbing a little, getting that body moving. We're just going to start to add some rotation. So bring the hand towards the inside of that knee. Exhale, exhale. Bending one, extending the other. Keep the little toes of that straight leg foot down onto the floor. And we've got 6 and 5, 4. Sweep that other arm behind you. Find that rotation. 2 and 1. And holding it there. All right, so from here, we're just going to bring the feet back in a little way. Then we come down more into a yogi squat here. So we sit it right down, back and down. And we're going to hold it there nice and deep, but bring the shoulders back. Nice, holding it there. Lifting up about another millimeter and hold it there. Pull your arms so your biceps are beside your ears, and then let your fingertips pull you up to the ceiling. Keep your biceps beside your ears as you lower down, knees over your middle toes. Rise up, fingertips pulling you all the way. And coming down. Keep the outside blade edge of your foot anchored down into the mat. Take it down. And 2. And down. And 1. And bring it down all the way, holding it there, bringing your hands down, coming down onto your hands and knees now. So we're going to bring the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Taking your right leg out to the back and hold it there. Keeping the crown long and the tailbone long. Wrap your hips around towards the floor. We're going to bend that knee in. Don't touch the floor. Bring it back out. Touch the floor. Bend the knee in. Take it back out. This time, hover that leg behind you into that full leg extension. Draw the ribs in, shoulders down. Bend it in, extend it away and hold and flex. And in and hold. 2 more like that. Bend and extend. And 1 more and hold. Flex that foot, hold. Wrap that hip around towards the floor and point the toe now. Bring that foot over to the left side of your mat and just do a soft tap, and then bring it up into rainbow over to the other side of the mat. Soft tap. Bring it up. So the rainbow says it all. That's the shape that we're looking for in the body, in the leg, as we go over and back. But we want to keep that spine in the same position as we do that movement. So take it across, keep your shoulders down and the crown long. Good. And again. How are those ribs going? Knit the ribs in. And a few more here. And out. Let's do 2 more. Take it out. And 1 more. And take it out. Hold it there. Coming down onto that left forearm now and flex the foot. We're going to lift and lower into that side. Raise here. So that pace is super controlled. And lift. Shoulders are down. We're not collapsing or hunching. We're not losing the connection that we've got in the long torso. Lift. And we're going to hold it up there and point the toes. Do little circles forward. Small circles, focusing more on the lift up and resisting the lift, the movement down. Change direction. So focus is on the lift and resist on the lower movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it back out to the back and coming back onto your hands again. If you need to give those wrists a little shake, a little break, you can do that. If you need to come down to the forearms, if you have any wrist issues, you can do that as well. Wrap your hips square to the floor and extend your toes out to the back in that right leg. Think about getting heavy through the left knee and the right hand and getting a bit lighter in the left hand so you can just start to lift without dropping anywhere. Bring that left hand up and reach it out in front of you, and then bring it back, softly land, and then bring it back out again. And back and softly land. Inhale, reach, and softly land. And reach, bicep by the ear, toes long outside that hip. Just 2 more here. Reach, and down. 1 more, reach, and bring it back down, holding it there. All right, we're going to do those to the other side. So give the hands a shake if you need to. Let's extend the left toes out to the back and flex the foot. Wrap the shoulders down, knit the ribs together. Lift and lower through the back flexed foot. Wrap your left hip around towards the floor. And as you start to get a little bit warm in that body, just notice that you're going to be breathing right into the diaphragm when you can, and control that breath. Next time, hold it up, point the toe, bring it back in, almost tapping the floor, and then send it back out again. Bring it back in, inhale, exhale, send it away. Notice if you want to start to collapse in the shoulders or in the ribs. And so we're just going to correct that if you are collapsing into those areas. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to hold it out to the back, lengthen that crown. Bring the left toes over to the right side of the mat, keeping the spine in the same position. Bring it up into the rainbow. Tap the left side of the mat. Lift it up and over. Lift it up and over. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Nice work. Keep it moving. Just keeping it moving. And if you do get fatigued through your movements, see if you can work through it just by slowing it down, getting a bit more controlled and focused, and breathe through it. Just 1 more to the side and back. And back, bring it back down. Keep that leg out to the side. You're going to come down on the right forearm and flex that left foot to lift and lower. And lift and lower. So we're still keeping the length in the body, even though we're down in this position where it's super easy to get lazy in the body. So I want you to lift those ribs away from the mat, bring the shoulders down away from the ears. Now hold it up, point the toes, do little circles forward. And remember, we're focusing on the lift and we're resisting the drop. So we really work into the side glutes there. And we're going to change direction, lift, find the lift, resist dropping it. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and bring it all the way back home. Let's take it into a child's pose here, stretching back. Sink your butt down into the heels and reach your fingers away from you. Feel a nice stretch through your back. One more big breath in and out here. And out. Nice work. Coming back up, we are going to roll over onto the back now, do some abdominal work. So lying down on your back, feet are going to be hip width apart. Bring your hands so that they're interlaced like that behind your head. The thumbs go down the sides of your neck, almost like you're trying to pull your head off your shoulders. That's what we want to feel here. Bring your elbows into peripheral vision. Knit the ribs in together. Feet are hip width apart. Take an inhale here. And then exhale. As you begin to draw in through the belly, use the contraction in your abdominals to lift rather than using the pull of your neck. And then bring it back down. And inhale, then exhale, lift it up. And inhale, bring it back down. So we're thinking about keeping that little bit of space in the natural part of our spine where it naturally curves. And that's going to be your neutral spine. So thinking of neutral pelvis and neutral spine. So as you come up and down, you don't want to see a big movement through your pelvis as it comes up and down. You don't want any of that sort of movement through your pelvis. So you want to keep it engaged and still. So we want to really give those abdominals a chance to strengthen. One more here. And bring it back down. So then you're going to take your right hand just inside the left knee and rotate and push it in and then bring it back down. We'll do that to the other side. Left hand inside the right knee. We're going to lift that foot off this time. So bring it up, press it into the knee, in the inside of the knee, and just hold that press for a few seconds and then bring it back down. And then to the other side, reach, press into the knee and the knee into the hand and back down. 2 more like that. So we're really warming up into those inner thighs, into the obliques here. 1 more. And push into the thigh and the thigh into the hand and bring it back down. Let's go and bring shoulder towards knee and back down. Elbow and shoulder towards knee. So not just the elbow to the knee. Try and bring that shoulder over towards the knee as well. Now I want you to think about keeping your hips down on the floor here. Okay, so we don't want to shift the whole body in that rotation. The rotation comes from the waist, from the ribs. So 1 rib cage is peeling off the floor. And 4 more here. 4. And we've got 3. Keep those fingers interlaced. And we've got 2 more. We're looking for the end of that range before we come back down, holding it there. All right, so we're going to bring those hands long beside the body now. And we're going to do some corkscrew. So we bring the legs up and together, knees sitting just above hip line. Okay. So now we're going to, with the shoulders down and pressing down into the back of the arms, send their legs away towards the bottom end of your mat and then bring them around to the right as your left hip lifts off the floor. Keep the shoulders down. Then go over to the left side and bring it around again. So we're just going to do a few in one direction, keeping the shoulders down and out. And then we're going to change direction. So we'll go out to the right side. Sorry, we'll go down and over to the right side and over. Take it down. Over to the right side. Through 2. And 1 more. Beautiful. So then we're going to do 1 in each direction. So we take the legs away. We lift 1 hip. We go over into the other hip. Bring it in. And hold it there. So then we take it in the other direction. And let's do 2 more like that. Take it down and around. And up 1 more. And around. Good. Holding it there. Option now to take that into the long leg corkscrew. Okay, so we're just going to lower those legs down, bring it over to the right, and bring it up. And then lower those legs down, bring it over to the left, and up. Lower the legs down, bring it over to the right, and up. Lower the legs down, and over to the left, and up a few more like that. Maybe go a bit bigger. Keeping those shoulders down. Just 2 more. And last one. And holding it there, bending your knees down. We're going to roll over onto your left side, or the side that's going to be closest to the mirrors, to looking at the screen so you can see what we're doing. So the bottom leg is bent. Okay, we're going to flex that top foot and come into that raise, up and down. Lift and lower. Resist as you come down. So it's one of the biggest things that you are going to remember in your mat classes. Perceived resistance is going to be what takes you to the next level. Just letting it drop and working with gravity is not going to be your best friend. You need to resist gravity. And down. Last one. And down, holding it there. So then we're going to point the toe, and we're going to flex the foot, and we're going to kick forward for 2, bring that foot back, point, and bring it back 2. Flex, bring it forward 2, and point, bring it back 2. And flex forward, and point back, and flex forward, point back. 2 more like that. Flex forward, point, bring it back 2. 1 more, flex, point, and bring it back, holding it there. Okay, so bringing your feet together, your heels should be down from your tailbone. And we're going to connect through the feet and lift up into that clam and then back down. And lifting into the clam and then lowering it back down. Lifting it up. Really find the end range in that lift, okay? That's what we're looking for. Pilates is like a search party. We are just going to search for the end range in our movements. And that's what is going to really make your class next level. And last one. And bring it back and holding it there. All right, so then we're going to straighten those legs out and bring your bicep down on your ear, keeping the top hand in front. Keeping the legs glued together, coming into our banana as we lift those legs up and down. Lift it up and lower it down. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Try not to roll back into those hips. So you can stay with that one, or you can start to come up, lift, and then lower. So you lift by pressing the hand down, sliding along the floor as you come up, and then lowering it back down. Sliding along the floor, lift, and lower it down. And sliding along the floor, lift for 4, and back down. And we've got 3, and down. And 2. And last one, and back down. Rolling onto all 4s before we change sides. So coming up onto hands and knees. Okay, so we're going to walk those hands out in front of your shoulders. And then we're going to come into a little wave here. So we're going to roll that body forward and then dropping the hips down as you just very, with control, open the collarbones, bring the shoulders down to the back pockets, and then push it back away, lift the hips and sit all the way back down. And then coming back up, scoop into the belly, spinal flexion, and then coming through that wave into the extension. shoulders down, collarbones open. Push it away, lift, and sinking back. Reach the fingers. Rising back up, coming down. Open collarbones, shoulders down. And again, 2 more. Riding that wave through the movement. Take it back. Flex through the spine. Coming down. Extend through the spine, shoulders down. 1 more. Should be feeling beautiful through your back here. And coming up. Last one here. And back. Then we're going to go back onto the side so you can just turn and face the other way. I'll still face you, so I'll come over to this side now. All right, so we're going to come down and support the head. Bend the bottom knee, flex the top foot. Coming into our side leg raises here. Lift and lower. So today's class, just going to be doing pretty much an all over body workout, as you can see. After the series on this side, I hope you've got some dumbbells to work with me, but if not, that's okay. We're just going to go through a standing sequence and get that heart rate up just a little bit. So hold it there, keep that foot flexed, come forward for 2 pulses, point the toes and come back. Flex the foot, come forward. So you can see how my hips are staying stacked on one another, and that foot is not lowering or lifting. It's almost like you're sliding along a tabletop, and you're not letting that inner leg leave the tabletop that you're sliding along. 3, point back and flex forward. 2, point and bring it back. 1 more, in and point, bring it back. Bring those feet and stack them. Remember, the heels are just down from your tailbone. Keep the feet together and coming into our clam. Think about keeping the bottom thigh glued to the mat as you open up through that top thigh, feeling it right up here into the glute medius. Remember, you're searching for the end range of the movement. You're not just opening and closing. You're looking for a place where you can dive into and really search for some resistance there. That's it. For 4 and back down. And 3 and down. And 2. Every repetition counts. Last one. Glue that bottom leg down and holding it there. Then we're going to extend both legs. That arm comes down, the ear comes down on the bicep. Make sure that your feet are nice and long. In this one, when you look down, often your feet will be right back here. So I want you to just look down and check the alignment of your body. Pushing down through the hands and lifting the bottom ribs and waist away from the floor slightly as you lift through those legs into banana. So when you start to lift that bottom waist, it's going to add to the movement. Lift and lower. Now you can either stay with this one, or you can turn the palm of that right hand down, and as you lift, slide in and then bring it down. Make sure that your head and chest don't fall forward and that your legs don't fall forward or back. Keep the hips stacked. Rising up, inhale, shoulders are still down. Exhale, lower. 4 more like this. And we've got 4 and down. 3 and down. And 2. 1 more to go. Rise up and bring it all the way back down, holding it there. Let's roll over onto the tummy again and just having a small child's pose stretch, reaching the fingers out, sitting the tailbone down. Having a big breath there, and as you finish that last big breath, coming up onto hands and knees, tuck the toes, bring those hips up, give you the back of the legs a little stretch, the tendons a bit of a stretch there. And then we're going to walk the feet in towards the hands and roll all the way back up to standing. Now, if you have those weights, we are going to grab them now. Let's grab mine here. All right. So we're going to come into a lunge position, so a squat position. So we're going to bring our feet to hip width apart, standing at the top of your mat. So we're going to take one foot. So take the foot closest to me, closest to the screen you're looking at. And we're going to take that one out to the back because then that'll keep you looking towards me to start with. All right, so we're going to take it out to the back and come down into that lunge and then back up. Just holding it there. Make sure that your feet look like train tracks so that one foot is not directly behind the other. You've got them hip width apart. 3 and 2. And we're going to hold this one down here. All right, so we're going to add a curl. Now, as we rise up, we're going to take the weight into that front leg and we're going to see if we can lift that back leg, come into a tricep extension, bring it back down. We've got 3 more like that. And 3, that arabesque with the tricep extension. And 2, good, and 1. And this time we hold it almost all to the floor, then we pivot around and let's come down. Let's rise up for 4 and down. 3 and down. 2, knees over toes. Hold it down, stay low and pivot, pull those weights in, come forward. We're going to do singles now. So we lift it up, extend it out, bring it down all the way. Take a pivot turn, rise up, lower down, hold. Pivot turn, rise up to arabesque and tricep extension. Bring it back down, knee almost to the floor. Turn, squat, rise up, come back down. Pivot turn, rise up, arabesque. Bring it back down, knee towards the mat, turn, rise up, bring it down, turn. 3 more to go here, stay with it. Bring it down, turn, rise up, come down. That's 1, we've got 2 to go. And arabesque, bring it down, turn, rise up. Let's do our last one. And pivot to turn. Rise up, arabesque. Bring it back down. Pivot, turn. Now we're going to hold it here. We're going to take this left foot, the one that you've been having forward, we're going to take that into a curtsy and then take it out into a side raise. Curtsy tap, side raise. Curtsy tap, side raise. Curtsy tap. 4. Right down. Think of kissing those upper thighs together. 2. Or 1. Hold it there. Good. Bringing this left hand on your waist. So we're just going to do some little side raises here with that leg. Grow tall through your body and bring that other arm out at the same time as you do the side leg raise. Bring it out, lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, side raise and a side leg raise. 6, 5, stay strong. 4. Oh, we've got 3 and 2 and 1 and bring it back down. All right, we're going to turn and face the other direction now into that other leg. All right, so take that same leg closest to the screen in front of you and we're going to take it down and hold it there for 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it at the bottom, bring those weights up. Come forward into that front leg, take it up into an arabesque for 4. Bring that knee down, hips forward. 3, and down. You don't have to straighten your front leg. It can stay soft. Or 1 more. And then we're going to bring it down and hold and do a pivot turn. Take it down. Let's rise for 4 and lower. Knees over the middle toes for 3. Lower down. 2 and 1. Bring it down, hold, turn. Let's do our little sequence. Bring it up, arabesque. Bring it down, low lunge. Turn, low squat. Rise up, lift and lower. Back to turn. Send it up. Bring it back down, all the way. Stay low, turn. Rise and down. Turn. Extend triceps, arabesque. Bring it down. turn to the front, rise up and down, turn, lift, take it back, turn. 3 more. Let's turn. Arabesque and tricep. Bring it down, down, rise up. That's 1. We got 2 more. Down, lift, extend, down deep, turn, raise. Last 1 now. Turn, lift, bring it back, turn, lift, and down. Coming up. So we're going in the other direction for our curtsy now. Let's take it down, curtsy, side raise, curtsy, long side raise, long arms, side raise. Top of your inner thighs kissing together. And we have 4. Tap. 3. Good. My weights are 2.5 kilos. What are yours? 1 more. And out, holding it there. All right. Resting that weight on the waist. All right, we're going to go into the lift and lower. You don't have to start heavy. A small weight is all you need. So it can be even 0.5 kilo or a few tins of crushed tomatoes or something that you might have in your pantry if you don't have any weights handy. And up. Lower down with control. So remember, resist on the way down. That'll be your best friend for getting stronger, finding that resistance. You need to find balance and stability there. 4. When you slow it down, don't you? 3. 2. 1. Bring it down. Beautiful work, guys. Let's come down to the knees now. All right. So we're going to just do a little bit more into the back before we have a cool down. We're going to take those arms about the width of your mat. Your palms are going to face in towards each other, and you're going to be out on the outside edge of your little finger. Feet are out long, hip width apart. So take a nice reach with those arms. Take an inhale and an exhale. Keeping your legs glued down and active. On the next inhale, push down into the floor with the sides of those hands. Lift up through the chest, down through the shoulders, and forward through the heart. And then slide it back out again. Take an inhale, shoulders down, collarbones are broad. Lift shoulders, slide the shoulders down and take it back. Just 3 more here. Push those legs down, activate them down into the mat. Feel your butt squeeze and really work. 2 more. Lift, shoulders down. Remember, big part of this one. 1 more. Rising up. And all the way back down. Good. We're going to bring the hands just under the shoulders. Push down through the feet, knees, and hands and bring it back up. Pulling those knees forward. Let's come into a cat-cow stretch. Almost home, guys. Holding it there. So take an inhale here. Then on the exhale, come into spinal flexion. As you tuck the pubic bone towards your belly button, tuck the chin slightly, round that back into flexion. Then begin to go the other way into spinal extension. You lift your tailbone up and your shoulders down. Then we exhale up, push it away. Inhale, bring it back down. 1 more. Then back down, holding it here in that extension. So we're going to bring your eyes to your right hip as you shoot your right hip towards the side. Bring it out into puppy, shoulders down. Bring it back through center, eyes over your left shoulder, and take your left hip out to look at your left hip. Bring it through the center. So you're keeping it in that spinal extension. And then travel through the middle and over to the other side. And through the middle. We've got 4 more here now. And 4, take your eyes right back. And 3. Through the middle, we've got 2 more. 2. And we've got 1 more. And bring it back up. Coming back to neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Push the mat away with the hands and the feet. Hold it there. Tendon stretches. Walk your feet up and down. Some nice big breaths there. And then you're going to tiptoe your feet forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Feet are hip width apart. And from here, we'll just hang nice and heavy. And if you like, you can hang on to those opposite elbows. And if you like to take a little rock side to side, you can also do that. Hanging heavy, let your spine just elongate with the weight of the head, really letting that happen. Good. Release the hands on the inhale. And then exhale, push the floor away, rounding it back up. Take a nice big inhale overhead. Interlace the fingers, hands inside out. Push them up to the ceiling. Go to your right side into that lateral bend. Bring it back up and to the other side. Bring it back up, taking it all the way down. Just bring your hands into prayer, thumbs resting on the sternum, pushing in towards your heart. Just take a moment to relax into your breath and bring gratitude into your heart and to your life. And I want to thank you for joining me today, giving up some of your time to hopefully give you some energy and provide an uplifting part of the day into your life. I hope you feel strong, and I hope you've stretched out, you've strengthened, you've lengthened, and you've allowed your mind to just be really present. And sometimes it's more about what you aren't doing than what you are doing. Okay, not to take away anything from the class, but you know what I mean, right? What you haven't been doing in this class is being distracted by your phone, computer, anyone else that might usually have access to you. And I'm really happy for you that you've given yourself this time. I look forward to seeing you again soon. See you. Bye.